Welcome back to Switch to Linux. Well, today we are going to have a quick look at MX Linux. They just released their 18.1 edition, and so we are going to do an introduction of MX Linux in case you are new to this distro or maybe you're considering looking at some Linux distributions. This is definitely one you want to keep an eye on, especially if you have older or not as high level spec software, or hardware rather. Of course, I like Linux Mint Cinnamon, but if you don't have 4 gigs or higher of RAM, you're going to want something lighter. So I use MX, I would use Peppermint, Linux Lite, a few of these other ones. Now, MX Linux itself is based on Debian rather than Ubuntu, like Peppermint is. And so if you want something closer to the source of Debian, MX Linux is definitely one of those choices. And they have a lot of really good built-in tools to help you along. So you can head on over to their website at mxlinux.org. And when you head on over here to the website, you can go ahead and grab a copy of it. So they have just some basic information. They have forums, support, bugs, community releases. There's just so many things over here on the page. So if you head on over to the products tab, and you can come on down here and see there's the reviews and the release history. Let's pull up in the release history here. So this is the most recent one, just came out a couple days ago from when I'm recording this. And then there are download links. You can purchase preloaded media. So if internet connection's not your thing, or you just you can't figure out how to get everything working, you can actually come on over here and purchase the download media for them. You can grab the links down over here. I am recommending don't go to the Linux Tracker torrent links here. At least as of right now, there does appear to be malware on their website. So I just went ahead and directly downloaded it from their SourceForge site. So here you can go ahead and grab whichever ones you want. Let's see, I think this might be it. Yep, so there's the download. I grabbed one from SourceForge, not from right there, but you can go ahead and grab the copy of it, and this will run on a 64 or a 32-bit system. They also have some extra tools in there for if you're building it as a live key with a persistent volume. They have some abilities to do that. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump on over into the operating system, and we'll see what it looks like. All right, so logged into the desktop over here, when you first start up the system on install, you get this very nice welcome screen. This has a lot of information, frequently asked questions, forums, some videos, a user's manual, a wiki, how to contribute. There's so many things. Now, the bottom 4 items are some of the things that you're going to want to look into right away. You can opt to show this dialog at startup. So if you hit the check button there, it'll keep showing up. You can actually access it in the menu by searching for the MX welcome screen as well. Just type in MXWE and you'll get that squared away. Now, as far as the tools are concerned, these 4 links down here at the bottom, these are going to help you with a lot of different things. This is one of the distributions that has a live USB maker, so if you need a distro to burn distros, this is a good logical choice. They also have a snapshot function, which will allow you to create an ISO image of your current system. This is amazing. What this is going to allow you to do is create an ISO image backup of your system. So if your system crashes and burns, you simply burn it onto the ISO and everything is back exactly as it was. Obviously, you don't want to do this if you have gigabytes and gigabytes and gigabytes of data. But for a basic work machine that stays pretty clean, this snapshot tool is amazing. You have maintenance items, so if you're having difficulty booting, there is a boot repair. It's like, how do you fix it if you don't have it? Well, you can actually have this installed, run another ISO image, open this guy up, run the boot repair, and fix your existing system. You have cleanup, which gives you the ability to clean up the disk. These are some items that don't come with a lot of systems. Now, if you are running an NVIDIA driver, these generally have issues with some Linux systems, so you can run the NVIDIA driver installer, which is going to search for and install the latest drivers. The codec installer, which is actually on the previous screen, we'll look at it over there. If you are new to Linux, not all Linux distributions, in fact, most of your Debian family at least, does not generally install media codecs out of the box because there could be some proprietary things or some things that are copyright restricted in some regions, but they give you the ability to install those easily. Conky is this guy up here that gives you your time, your date, CPU usage, and things like that. So you can adjust Conky with that. And then, there's a few other things in here as well. This is, of course, the welcome screen. You can come down here and package installer, the repo manager. So this will determine where you are downloading software from. So you can actually select whichever repo you want here. So you'd want to pick something that's close to where you are. So I'll look at United States, and I think Cambridge is pretty close to me. So we'll go ahead and do that. So then what this is going to do is now when I am going in and installing new software, it's going to check there, which is closer than where it might be. Of course, we can come over here and we can adjust our lists over here, and then here's some individual sources as well. So if you're adding your own repos, you can actually go ahead and put them here. I'm not sure if we have the ability to add them in this GUI here or not, but you can certainly edit ones that you have. Okay, so we have iDevice Mounter, so this should be enable you to mount an iOS type device. So those are the various tools that we have. This is fairly unique to MX Linux, although there are some of these tools that will have crossover in some other distros. The next thing is the codecs box here. So I already have installed codecs, so I'm going to cancel it, but you can just click that button, enter your password, and it's going to install your codecs. Tweak will adjust how your overall system looks. So your panel, you can see the panel here is, this is just a nice little panel which has everything that we need on it. Super lightweight. They put it on the left side of the screen. You can change that if you want to put it on the different side of the screen, or you can also move the panels down there, which we're not going to do that. I'm just going to cancel out of this guy here. All right, so when you actually open this up, it saves a copy of your current panel settings. So in case you totally mess something up, you can go ahead and restore it. We have different compositors we can choose from in here. Just a lot of other tools and items. And popular apps, this is going to give us a place where we can install applications. So if you are looking for a variety of different things, you can come into here and you can install different packages based on these. So Firefox is already installed. You'll see it's on the menu. We can do Chromium. We have the ability to install Google Chrome if you need that. A few other browsers as well. Now, WaterFox, this is one of the few distros that has WaterFox as an installable browser directly from its repos. And this is an amazing thing because WaterFox is one of my preferred browsers, and it is not installable on most Linux distros. Basically, it's WaterFox that's been cleaned up for more security and things. Here's some other applications. If you want to install different desktop environments, you can go ahead and install Budgie, GNOME, KDE, LXDE, or Mate. So these will give us a different desktop. Of course, this is running the XFCE desktop is the default desktop here. You can look through here and see a variety of different tools that you can install easily. Okay, we also have a variety of other things. So this one here will allow you to search for packages. So if you already know what you might need, you can search for it here and hopefully find it. So here's Evolution. This is my preferred email client on Linux. From the stable repos. These are the test repos. Let's just go ahead and clear that. And then there's Debian, and then there's Flatpaks, so in case you want to run any Flatpaks. So you have the ability inside here from this welcome screen to install some basic software. Now, of course, if you don't want that popping up every time, you can go ahead and handle all that. Here is our leave screen. We have our file manager here. I forget which one's in this one. We have Thunar in here. Thunar is just a nice lightweight file manager. It works as you would expect it to. And then this is your updater. So it will tell you if there are updates needed to be made. I'm not going to push the upgrade button here just because we're recording the video and I don't want it to slow me down anywhere else I'm doing anything. All right. So as far as the software installed by default, under our accessories, again, we have a lot of good accessories to adjust things. So we can turn off Conky if you don't want it. So there's a variety of different things. So we'll toggle it. We can toggle it on, toggle it off. There's also a Conky tool that we can use to make adjustments to it. Variety of other other system accessories in there. So there's a lot of things in here. Maybe too much for some people, but it gives you a nice, good system. You may not use all these items, but at least they're there in case you do need them. Development, we have Genie. Under games, we have a variety of different games pre-installed. I'm not a huge fan of playing a lot of games, but this is one of these distros, just like Debian, comes with a lot of games pre-installed for some reason. Maybe you're just trying to be like Windows. Hey, at least it's not Candy Crush, and at least I can uninstall these ones if I actually want to, you know. We do have GIMP, a scanner, and it looks like probably a full LibreOffice suite, as we have Draw there. We'll know when we get down to Office in a few minutes here. We have Firefox, a chat client. Thunderbird is what they're installing with, which is also a good email client. I use both Thunderbird and Evolution. I use Thunderbird for my personal ones, and I use Evolution for my main business stuff. SM2, we can search YouTube videos here. VLC, which VLC and Firefox are some of the most recent versions. I think 65 for Firefox and VLC probably one of the threes. These are these specific tools for MX Linux. So you'll notice that all of these are the various things that we saw in that other menu. Of course, if you just want to pull up the whole menu again, it's MX Tools is this whole menu. So we have the ability to do that as well. And then as far as our, let's see, here's our Office. So we have an ebook reader, we have a dictionary. I want to see how this ebook reader works. So we'll load up an ebook here in a minute. Okay, in fact, let's just go ahead and load up Firefox because I have an ebook server on my network here. So we'll load up Firefox and see what we get here. Looks like we probably have stock Firefox here. So let's go with all right, so this is actually my ebook server. So let's just go ahead and look for some books. All right. I'm going to do my most recent one. First, make sure it's actually in here. I dropped it into my server. I'm not sure if it's in here or not. Every now and again, I need to reset my server. I need to go in, reboot my server, make sure my server's working. Yep, definitely need to reboot my server. It looks like my audiobook server is not feeding books right. So let's just go ahead and open up this one here. We'll go ahead and push my get button. All right, we are going to save the file. So it is now saved. Let's show our folder. And there should be an ebook reader here. Open it up with the ebook reader. Let's see how this ebook reader works. It's just basic ebook reader, nothing fancy. Cool. Well, we do have a nice ebook reader there in case we want to read some ebooks. I need to figure out why my server's not feeding my files back into it, but we'll get that figured out. All right, okay, so over here we have our full LibreOffice suite. It should be set up for full productivity out of the box already. PDF Shuffler, that's actually a great application for moving around pages in PDFs. Let's have a look at our spelling checker, seems to be working. Let's go ahead and fix that. And we have synonyms turned on as well. So that's great. Our LibreOffice is ready to go. And we are running version 6.0. A little bit behind on the LibreOffice, but certainly not too old. Kind of curious that we have the latest, almost the latest Firefox, and it's the latest of other applications, and we're lagging behind on that. As far as our basic settings here, we have just everything that you would need: desktop settings, various tools, panel, and then inside of our system, we have HTOP, which will show us how our system resources are going. So you can see we are, even after playing around in the system a little bit, we're still only running 378 megabytes there. So. Apparently my hotkeys don't want to work, so I'll have to close it out there. All right, so this is MX Linux. Of course, inside of this, if you want to change the panels around, you can, of course, right-click the panel. And then this one here, you can set your appearances. You can set your styles. So you can see we can do horizontal, we can do vertical, or we can do desk bar. Desk bar is the default. We can unlock the panel. If we unlock the panel, this will allow us to move it. This is one of the few desktops you can put the panel literally right in the middle of your workflow if you wanted to. If you lock it, you don't have the ability to do that. Of course, also unlocking it will allow you to drag things around as well, I believe. I think, what do we need to do? I think no, not that. I got to remember how to move stuff. Well, we'll figure it out. All right, so here we can determine the size of the panel, how big it is, our appearance. So we can use a background image, a solid color, or use the system. So if we do like a color, then we can do... we would need to enable one of the compositing in the Windows Manager to add transparencies and things. And then here's our items, so you can actually move things around. Here's how you would move things around to the various locations. It's with these arrow buttons over here. So if you want to move things around to different places, you can go ahead and do that. As far as backgrounds and things, you can arrange your desktop icons. Those are desktop settings. So we can turn on our desktop icons right here in our settings. We can do that, and then you can determine the icon size as well. Desktop backgrounds. A lot of fun ones to choose from here. So MX Linux itself is just very nice, very lightweight, easy to use, easy to configure, easy to work with distro, and definitely worthwhile if you're looking to come over to Linux. Particularly if you're looking to try out new workflows. I realize the workflow is a little bit different from some people, the way some people like it. So if you are interested in experimenting with a different workflow and you want a very easy to run system with a lot of good tools and a lot of rock solid stability, MX Linux, you can't go wrong. Have a look at it. So thanks for watching, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux. Thank you for making it to the end of this Switch to Linux video. You can have a look at another video right on over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel or to Think Life Media, which is my own personal support page. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux.